Hello and welcome. You're watching The Social Network. Now from this year, the 2013, Delhi University becomes the first university across the country to introduce the FYUP or the four-year undergraduate program. Now at stake here is the future of every college aspiring Indian, not just the 250,000 who will apply to Delhi University this June. But for the moment, it directly affects nearly 500,000 students. But whether you like the program or you don't like the program, perhaps many questions are being raised about why this has been done in such a hurry at a university which is still reeling from the impact and the after effects of that OBC reservation expansion and of course the recent introduction of the semester system. And so on the Social Network today, we ask Delhi University, no debates. And one of the reasons why we're asking that question today is before we introduce our panel, just want to point out that for the last 4 days that we have tried to talk about this topic being debated on Monday, we've had no representation, no official response from the Delhi University. We've contacted the Vice Chancellor, the Deans and the Registrar Office and several principals of several colleges, but not a single member has decided to come and be a part of this discussion. And that perhaps forms one of the core reasons that people are questioning this introduction of this reform, because they feel that it hasn't been done in a transparent and open manner. But to talk a little bit more about that, we've got with us on the show Abha, who is a physics professor at Miranda House, and she's also an executive council member of the Delhi University. We've got with us Rag, who's a first-year student of English at Venkateshwara College, and Saikat Ghosh, who is a executive member of DUTA. And also joining us on the show, we've got with us Shaurya Shekhar. He is a class 12 student. He joins us from Jamshedpur. And of course, if he intends to join Delhi University, which we understand he intends to apply to, he will be an affected party. Also joining us from Mumbai is Sumat Patel. He is a social activist. I just want to start with Shaurya. I want to start with you first. You're a class 12 student. You're probably going to be applying to Delhi University or some university this year to study. What does this four-year undergraduate program mean? One of the biggest reasons that one of the biggest talking points for it is that it's going to emulate an American-style undergraduate program. And there are so many students these days who apply to undergraduate American programs. What do you make of it?
First of all, the proposed four-year program does not match any major pattern of undergraduate education, let alone the best practices. For example, like the American pattern is based on the 2-year community college and the 4-year liberal education university or college, and the UK pattern, on the other hand, is built on polytechnics and degree colleges, which involve separate institutions with distinct core materials. Now, the movement from the former to the latter is always permitted, but it is conditional and happens at the discretion of the longer duration institution. However, in the case of the DU 4-year program, it would be as if, the community college student and the 4-year degree student were taking the same courses in the same classroom. So actually, it doesn't actually make any sense to me about, what Delhi University is actually planning on doing.
Okay, Abha, I just want to throw that out to you first. What is your main contention with this four-year undergraduate program?
We are following the national policy of 10+2+3 system, and it is our take that a central university cannot move out of this policy in isolation. Because we cater not only to the students of Delhi, but students across the country come both for the UG courses as well as for the PG courses. The other thing is that this additional year towards education is certainly going to affect students and parents in terms of financial burden. They are going to invest more money towards education and then extra additional year. Also, we do not know how PG courses will shape up. Any changes at the undergraduate level have to be in coherence with the school education as well as at the postgraduate level.
But Saikat, is this four-year undergraduate program not designed in such a way that it allows students to have exit options should they feel that they don't actually want to go through the entire four-year thing?
No, but the exit options are what is troubling us in a big way. You see, the four-year undergraduate system, as Shaurya rightly pointed out, is a crazy kind of a mix of the community college system as well as the degree college system in the US. They are in the US, they are separate. In India, in Delhi University, you are trying to mix them up, and a student who exits after 2 years is practically going to have nothing that is going to help that student even get any kind of job.
But Abha, one of the main arguments against this also is the fact that our education system has always been so tight, quickly finish your school, get out, quickly get a graduate degree, get out, quickly get a job, get out. But now, the larger education, the education reforms that the government is trying to introduce is looking at relaxing the burden on the student. So in that sense, is the 4-year system really that bad? Because it is allowing the child to kind of also take credits. Say, for example, Rag is really good in sports. He can take credits for that as opposed to necessarily being really good in Sanskrit. So it's allowing that kind of flexibility as well.
In fact, it will be very surprising for you to understand that 11 foundation courses are going to be very, very compulsory. All, irrespective of the stream, irrespective of their interest, they are going to do 11 foundation courses, which are all very necessary and compulsory. So everybody has to do Hindi, English, geography, history, then a module on mathematics, and so on and so forth. So it does not really leave any option for the student, and we do not really know how this non-credit courses, all this CE activities and integrating mind, body and heart are listed as non-credit courses. How they will benefit the student, we do not really know.
But I suppose the question really is it fair to question without actually understanding what would be the implications of this? Rag, I just want to ask you, in the last few years, Delhi universities tried to bring in many sorts of reforms. One, of course, was the OBC reservation. Then, of course, has been the semester system. Of course, one of the big arguments against this FYUP is the fact that, these guys have just gone out and introduced all these reforms, but frankly, there's nothing on the ground to make it happen. What is it looking out on the ground? Are you being able to see that the system can actually handle another reform without actually completing the others?
No, see, the thing is, I don't think the semester system has actually achieved anything, because first of all, we're hurrying through courses, we're not finishing anything. Like, teachers are just trying to finish the course, and it's only very exam oriented, which is not something that is benefiting us, because we're not really understanding the course. And with, let's say, the 4-year system, when you have these massive expansions, when many other subjects become compulsory and stuff like that, you won't actually have teaching time, and because of that, everything will literally become go study and take the exam, and there will be no scope of learning in essence, which is what is happening currently in the semester system.